All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad to have you here. Whatever time you're watching this, if it's after it was done live, I want to welcome you. My name is Dr. Roz, and I am the VP of Communications here at a company by the name of Akana. Yes, Akana. What does it mean? It means in the hands of God. We're very excited about that. We're very serious about that because it has a lot of meaning to us because we want to be in God's hands. Our company actually launched on April the 20th of 2019. We're over 5 years old. We celebrated in April this year. And we started out with a line of CBD products and essential oils. And then in 2020, we expanded and we included a complete line of wellness and weight management products. Then in 2021, we introduced what you're going to hear something about this morning is the flat belly lifestyle. We've actually got over 30,000 customers, and we're so invested in investing and reinvesting 1% of our gross profits to empower undeserved communities. We work hard every single day to deliver 5-star customer support. We have a mission, and our mission is that we believe that health, wealth, freedom, and legacy are our birthright. And by offering the most life-changing products and an innovative business, we empower people to elevate to their full potential. We want it for you to elevate the well-being of your body and your soul. Why is that so important? Why is wellness important? There are all kinds of companies that are out there these days, especially in the United States. But some statistics that we really wish we couldn't have to talk about, but are really real. We've given birth to the first generation of children who are predicted to have a shorter life expectancy than their parents. Why? Because 2030, they're saying already that colon cancer is estimated to become the leading killer for people 20 to 49 years of age. And so we're excited that we have a full medical advisory board that helps us remain compliant, helps us to be involved in our formulations and our investigations and our research. But we have RNs and LVNs and MDs and PhDs and chiropractors and naturopathic doctors and naturopathic doctors and herbalists and fitness instructors. And they don't just endorse our products, but they use our products for their patients and their clients, for their families, and for themselves. I could go on and on really talking about why we should be involved in wellness, but I'm Dr. Roz. That doctor is my doctorate's actually in theology and divinity. So I'm not a medical doctor. I am a certified wellness coach. But I always want you to hear from the voice of those that have gotten their expertise in this area. So check this out.
2/3 of adults are now overweight or obese, and we have an epidemic cascade of debilitating disease that's overcoming the country. There's no way we can sustain the current style of care with the epidemic that we're creating with our diet and lifestyle choices.
The diabetes, the arthritis, the heart disease, the dementia, the obesity, the cancers are affecting about 70% of deaths. All the data is that those 70% of deaths and morbidity are largely lifestyle related and preventable.
Most kids by age 10 in the US already have fatty streaks in their arteries, the first stage of atherosclerosis leading to heart attacks, strokes.
Here in American medicine, we operate from the disease model. We are in the business of treating sick people. We are not in the business of trying to prevent people from becoming sick.
When you look at chronic disease risk, all the things that we walk around worrying about, actually dietary choices trump smoking when it comes to those risks.
If I could deliver one message to the researchers who are looking for the cause of diabetes and the cause of clogged arteries and the cause of high blood pressure and the cause of obesity, I would tell them the answer's in 3 words. It's the food. It's what Americans are eating.
Now, can you believe that? That's a medical doctor saying it's the food. That's a medical doctor, a retired cardiologist who's saying we didn't go to school to, treat anybody. We're just treating symptoms. We didn't go to school to prevent anything. We're just treating things. And the main thing that they're treating is our chronic issues. How many of you know people that are dealing with chronic disease? And the result of that and the cause of that is toxins. Toxins around the cells at the mitochondrial level, chronic inflammation. Inflammation is the culprit. Visceral fat around the organs, That's the fat we hardly have a difficult time getting rid of in our midsection. And they're saying that in 2020, nearly 700,000 people died from heart disease in the United States. And guess what? For 25% of them, the first time they found out that they had heart disease was at death. But the whole key to all of this, it was reversible. It was preventable. And it starts with you learning your blood type. Okay, here we go. Do you know your blood type? Put it in the chat if you know your blood type. Are you blood type A, B, or O? Now, if you use any other letter, that's not your blood type. Somebody said, well, I'll look on my driver's license. It's not there. And do you know that your blood type is a more reliable measure of your identity than your race, your culture, your geography? It is a genetic blueprint for who you are. And it's a guide to how you can live most healthfully, because you may be eating something that's toxic or poisonous to your blood type. One person's food is another man's poison. Let me let Dr. Prince, our naturopath, tell you about this blood type thing.
Even through my practice, after scanning thousands of people over 10 years, I've investigated how the blood type plays a major role in what we're putting in our bodies. Your blood type is like a security system, and the antigen on your red blood cell determines your blood type. And based upon that antigen, your body will identify the food as an enemy or as a friend, as poison or as medicine. And based upon that information, it's either going to trigger your immune system or it's going to conserve your immune system. So if we're eating outside of our chemistry, then we're constantly triggering our immune system, which becomes overreactive after a while to the point where it becomes worn down. When you wear down your immune system, you make it hyper. Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Eric Prince, the naturopath. I am a holistic doctor, and today we're going to discuss the Quantum Bioscan Analyzer.
Recording in progress.
My testimony has to do with athletics. Being a track and field runner at the age of 40 and 50, I was able to compete at the college level based upon cleansing and detoxifying my bodies with these products, which allowed me to reverse my age biologically, achieve my athletic goals, and to restore my health. So imagine this is your report. Today we want to discuss the power of knowing about a progression of disease before it reaches a crisis state. We're going to talk about the cardiovascular and cerebrovascular report card, which is your heart and your brain. It turns out that over 600,000 people perish each year from heart disease. What if we knew it was coming and had the ability to reverse it? They call it arterial sclerosis, which is a hardening of the arteries. This is a problem in our system because we start off with normal arteries, clean and clear, blood flows with no impedance. But over time, we start to build up plaque inside of our blood vessels. We call this normal to mild abnormality. Then we go from mild to moderate abnormality, where we have even more plaque building up inside of our blood vessels to the point where it becomes close to fully blocked. And this is severe abnormality. If this process continues on from normal to mild to moderate to severe, then we are basically looking at a heart attack at some point in life. But if it becomes permanently blocked, as the blood is flowing through, it reaches a point where the pressure on the walls begin to expand. And we see this as vascular resistance on our bioscan. And once this happens, it causes so much pressure on the walls that it explodes, causing an aneurysm. When this happens, then we have bigger problems to deal with. Let's take a look at some of our testimonies. These are people who actually utilize the products in order to work towards achieving their health goals. Whether it's obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, we're going to be able to access the ability to reverse these conditions, restore health, and achieve our ideal weight.
Thank you, Dr. Prince. Man, I'm telling you, that's why we need, now you may be in an area where there's a certified wellness coach here at Akana that can help you with a bioscan. Because we don't want you to wait till the crisis, because all it is just holding this little handheld wand in your hand for about 2 minutes. It's non-invasive, no radiation. It's based on Eastern medicine, not our Western medicine, because we're talking about preventative, not just what you have telling you you've got stage 4 cancer and you've been going to the doctor every month. This only takes about 2 minutes, and it's 85 to 95% accurate because it's based on the cells of our body. See, listen, guys, we learned it in school. Maybe you were asleep in class that day, but we learned it in school about we've got trillions of cells in our body, and the cells grow, split, regenerate, they die. It's a cycle. And so we're really only supposed to be a certain biological age, even as we chronologically grow older and older. But if we knew what's going on in the cells of our body way before it became critical, it would make all the difference in the world, whether you're healthy, moderately, mildly, or if you're severely. But the bottom line is you can do something about it. It's reversible. So we invite you to get back with the person that invited you, see if they're a wellness coach, see if they can connect you with a wellness coach to get this information, because we've got to solve the problem. It's called chewicide. Our CEO, Melissa Boston, coined this phrase, chewicide, and this is what we're doing. Literally, we're digging our graves with our fork. We are literally committing suicide with our fork. Because we've got what? Too much animal protein, too much processed food, everything in a box, a bag, a can, or a jar. We're living sedentary lives. I'm a baby boomer. Back in the day, we used to couldn't wait till we get home from school to go outside to play. Not today. Everything is done inside, in front of the computer, in front of the games, all of this. So it's too much animal protein, and that's impairing our kidneys and our organs and our cells. And that's what's contributing to faster aging. I said it a few minutes ago, we grow older chronologically, but we don't have to grow older biologically. We can reverse the clock. And that leads us away from cancer and heart disease and obesity. Even Dr. Oz said it about our genetics. People tell me all the time, well, my mama had a heart attack and my grandmother had a heart attack or had cancer, so I know I've got the gene. Well, Dr. Oz said the gene, our genetics load the gun, but our lifestyle pulls the trigger. So what do we have to do? Well, check out this video.
If you don't clean the colon, there is absolutely nothing that you can do to get well. I don't care how elaborate that it is, the practice is. I don't care how much money it costs. If you don't clean the colon, you cannot get well. Did you know obesity is storing your own waste? When that waste gets loose into the bloodstream circulates the body 9 times a minute. And it drops that waste in every cell in the body. This is the reason for eyeglasses. This is the reason for headaches. This is the reason for hearing loss. This is the reason for your hair falling out, is because the colon waste is in the bloodstream.
The colon waste is in the bloodstream. So what do? We got to get that waste out of the bloodstream. How many of you are ready to elevate your level of wellness? How many of you are ready to create a blue zone? What the heck is a blue zone, right? Listen, there are 6 areas in the world where people eat far less animal meat, animal protein, and they live longer. They're centenarians. They live to be over hundreds of years of age, and they're not in a wheelchair. They're not having somebody to have to feed them. They have good thought and good cognition, and they live in 6 different areas all over the world, and we only have 1 in the United States. But guess what? Here at Akana, we want to help you create a blue zone. You start it by yourself, then increase it to your family, to your community. Let's do it. It's called the Flat Belly Lifestyle.
Less than 5% of people who go on a diet actually achieve long-term results. We believe you are ready to live your best possible life by getting off the diet roller coaster. Eating according to your blood type can make significant changes in your health. More than 2/3 of adults in the US are overweight. Obesity is associated with the leading causes of death worldwide, including diabetes, heart disease, stroke, and some types of cancer. Even if you are at your ideal weight, eating against your blood type puts you at risk for chronic illness and disease. These are devastating reports, and we can change them. But it starts with one fundamental truth. One man's food could be another man's poison. It's time to drop the waste. The Flat Belly Lifestyle is a revolutionary approach to living your best possible life. First, we tailor the program with plant-based food for your specific blood type and to promote a healthy gut. Eating against your blood type creates inflammation, chronic illness, and obesity. Second, we recommend that you take our 15-minute bioscan so that we can help you identify what's happening below the surface. Next, simply choose the right phase for you. For added support, we invite you to join the community of people that are achieving success to inspire you and learn from our experts who support you along the way. Take the pledge today.
Absolutely. Take the pledge today. We've got people who've taken the pledge. Listen to this testimony.
I was able to lose 14 pounds, 6 inches. And I love the way I look. I'm not gonna lie. I am loving this. But let me tell you what I love even more. I dropped my cholesterol 50 points. Blood pressure stabilized. And my doctor and I have been fighting for the last 5 years because she wanted to put me on a statin, and I absolutely refused. And she told me I would never change my cholesterol, lower it by diet alone. Well, you can know how excited I felt when I had dropped it 50 points. I want to be optimally healthy until the day I just close my eyes and I'm not here anymore. I hope you join us.
I know that's right, Phyllis. I hope they join us. Listen, now you remember as I started out, I talked about our company. We started out with CBD and essential oils. Well, guess what? We still have CBD. But if you're like me, I'm a baby boomer, and the first time I heard the word CBD, I had some previous preordained thoughts about CBD, thinking, I'm in ministry, I ain't trying to do that, right? Well, I didn't know what I did not know. I didn't know that it was a compound that's naturally occurring in industrial hemp. And see, when you talk about the hemp side of the cannabis plant, we are talking about the side of the plant that is non-psychotropic. In other words, there is no high. Yeah, see, the hemp plant has two families to it. It has the marijuana side and the hemp side. Well, we're talking about the hemp side. And there are more than 85, maybe even some people say 100 different cannabinoids coming from the hemp, from the cannabis plant. But again, not a medical doctor. I'm a certified wellness coach, but let's listen to a doctor talk about the cannabis.
Hello, my name is Dr. David Allen. I'm a retired cardiac surgeon and a member of the International Cannabinoid Research Society, ICRS. That means I'm a cannabinoid research scientist. And I'm here to tell you about the discovery of the endocannabinoid system, the ECS, and the significance and how it will change medicine. And we discovered the endocannabinoid system about 30 years ago, and we really didn't understand the significance of its discovery. And so we found out that this is a chemical communication that your body has. It's not electrical, it's chemical, and it's kind of like the hormone systems that people are familiar with. And your body makes these cannabinoids. They're endogenous, so they're endocannabinoids, and they perform some miraculous functions in the body. And we're just learning the significance of these functions. And basically, the endocannabinoid system is responsible for homeostasis. Most people don't understand what that really means, but it's the body's ability to maintain itself and function in the proper environment. And so it's critically important that that doctors in the future understand this control mechanism. And we're finding out that that manipulation of this endocannabinoid system will control diabetes. It controls cancer. It controls whether you can survive a heart attack or stroke. And so this is critically important for doctors to understand this new science. And the discovery of the endocannabinoid system is the single most important medical scientific discovery ever, and will save more lives than the discovery and application of sterile surgical technique. And I'm a heart surgeon saying that. So more people will be saved by manipulation of the endocannabinoid system than are currently saved by surgery.
Absolutely amazing. So see, the thing is, you got to unlearn what you think you know. Because when you talk about THC and the psychotropic effects and the psychoactive effects, psychedelic shack, that's where it's at. I just told my age, didn't I? Going to the Earth, Wind and Fire concert and the music plays and the lights go down and the smoke goes up. That's not what we're talking about. Because that side is what stimulates receptors and releases this chemical called dopamine that gets you high. But on the CBD side, non-intoxicating, does stimulate receptors, but in the brain to help with pain, perception, anxiety, nausea, so many other medical applications, because all of us have receptors all over our body. And when that lock and key, when those receptors turn on, the body begins to do what God created it to do, to heal itself. You've got receptors everywhere in your body, in your heart, your lungs, your kidneys, your prostate, in your brain, your stomach, your liver, your large and small intestines, in your bones, and in your skin. So that's why we definitely need CBD to be a part of our daily diet. Now, I'm going to talk about some products that we have to assist you. But before I do that, let me say this disclaimer. We never intend to diagnose or to treat or to say that we can cure any disease. If you're 18 years or under, or if you're pregnant or nursing, you're not allowed to use our products, but you've got to at least be 21 to purchase or consume our smokable products, our vapes and our Delta 8. We do want you to consult with a physician, especially if you're on medication or you're using prescription medications or you got a serious medical condition, because we want them on board. Because guess what? When those numbers begin to decrease or change or get better, we want your doctor to be able to help you decrease or eliminate your medication. You should always do that anytime you use any supplementary dietary product. All of our trademarks and copyrights are property of their respective owners and not affiliated with, nor do they endorse this product. The FDA has not evaluated these statements, but they have evaluated the statements you see on TV that say may cause brain damage, may cause you to go blind. Just saying. So again, we don't intend to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. And even our bioscan tests are for reference only and not a diagnostic conclusion. So let's jump into this real quick. One of the things you saw the video that says you got to get the toxins out of the sewer system, out of your body, out of the stomach, out of the kidneys. We do that with a 7 or 21-day raw cleanse. We've got a product that we put in our juice to help you remove mucus and parasites. Yes, we get mucus build up over time from every time we eat something that's heated. We get mucus build up from our dairy, from our cheese. Don't shoot the messenger. I know you love it. Parasites, they're in our meat. The meat that's been dead for quite a long time before it got to your plate. Just saying. Then we need to nourish our body. Do you know that every time you heat up something, if it is good for you, you decrease the amount of nourishment in that particular food, like broccoli? The best way to eat it is raw, but I love it sauteed. I love it roasted. I love it steamed. So we've got a superfood to give you the nutrients and the minerals, all natural, all organic. And then we have this called liquid colonic. Yep, just like it sounds. It's time to clean not just the colon, but the entire gastrointestinal area. And then we've got muscle builder. Listen, the older we get, we lose muscle, and we need plant-based protein, not animal protein, to give us the energy that we need and to give us the protein that we need. Because people say, I got to have some protein. I'm working out. I'm a bodybuilder, and etc. But the ox doesn't eat meat. The ox eats grass. Just saying. So go to our website, flatbellylifestyle.com. And you will see our ebook that you can download. Hopefully you'll have somebody that's guiding you through this process. The person that invited you, they'll walk you through this process and get so much more information regarding our full flat belly lifestyle. Whether you're doing the 7-day cleanse or the 21-day cleanse. Maybe you might even be doing the bitters cleanse, bitters detox. We're going to help you with everything, a grocery list, a meal plan, and online group support. You're going to do this for yourself, but not by yourself. So the full gambit of this is just $350 if you're doing the 21-day cleanse, $139 if you're doing the 7-day cleanse. But hear me when I say this. There is no healing without flushing the sewer system. So please consider, get back. Let's start somewhere. If you'd say, Dr. Roz, I can't do 21 days raw, can't do no meat, then go 7 days. If you can't do 7 days, then do our 4-day bitters detox. But it is bitter. I'm just saying. Okay. And then listen, we've got the most powerful superfood on planet Earth. It is powerful. It has a ORAC score of over 40,000. Now, what does that mean? ORAC score helps us understand how effective a berry or a food is at protecting our cells from damage caused by harmful substances in our bodies. The higher the score, the better they are at keeping us healthy. Now, you can get aronia berry juice in a lot of different places. You probably can even go online and find it, but that's the standard aronia. It's got about a 15,000 ORAC score. We have the privilege of having our own aronia berry. Yes, we have a connection and an association with a farm in the Dakotas. Do you see the difference? Even, I know, the elderberries are good and noni's good and blueberries are good, but listen, our aronia, and we've got it in juice and in powder form. Then we've got our CBD, all the products that have CBD in it. They're either one of 3 kinds, pure gold or our black label. What does that mean? Well, somebody told you that because you work on a job or you have a career and you're working with the city or you're in the medical field or you're an athlete, that you can't take CBD. Not true. We've got a pure label just for you. It has less than 0.0% of THC. What does that mean? It's non-detectable. So when you take your drug test, you won't have a problem. Now, if you get the 0.3% or less, our gold label, it might not even be detectable there, but it depends on how your body metabolizes. So it's always better safe than to be sorry. And for those of you that's not your issue, then the gold label is for you. Less than 0.3% of THC, Delta 9 THC. Let me tell you something. You don't want to miss what you could get the benefits from. And then for those that want to push the envelope closer to the Delta 9, we've got the cousin that unfortunately is not available in all 50 states. There are a few states that have banned this particular product, but I'm telling you, it gives you the wonderful kind of sleep, and it definitely moves and takes you to a level of creativity. But either way, whatever you choose, just know that we have fully organic, 100% natural, third-party lab tested from a third-party lab, one of the best labs in the country, that tests all of our products to make sure that what we say is in the product is in the product. And we have our own formulations too. We formulate our own proprietary blends that are ours of herbs and botanicals to elevate your well-being. I talked about creativity, didn't I? I love for the people that I have in my life that are the musicians, the artists, the writers, whomever. You just want to get a really good night's sleep? Well, we've got it 3 ways to give you that Delta 8. Stimulate your ideas, inspire your passion, or if you want to put it in your juice or your milk or your whatever you're drinking, your smoothie, you can do that with our water soluble. I love the fact that we have a full hair care line. Yeah, ever since I've gone natural, I've been using our hair care line. And the facial to reduce those lines, make your skin glow and everything. And then that 3-in-1. Oh my goodness, the smell of it, the peppermint that comes out of it. And it's not just a shampoo. It's a shampoo, it's a body wash, and it's a facial cleanse. 3-in-1. It is amazing. And then the detangler. I don't live a day without that. Matter of fact, this morning I realized it's low. I got to order it because it gets the tangles out, makes you easily be able to comb through your hair, and then you can thicken your hair with our hemp-powered hair. Our trichologist, Doris Mosley, lets us know that as long as you've got a little fuzz there, you can feel something, you can get it back. Now, it doesn't happen slam bam, thank you, ma'am, overnight, but it does happen over time. And we have some beautiful heads of hair to prove that. But if it's smooth like a baby's bottom, can't do nothing for you. Okay, but listen, the person that invited you today has a full wellness dispensary. Doesn't matter what your need is, whether you want to be calm or relax or relief, get some pain relief. Don't live with pain. Raise your creativity, increase your passion, detox your body. We got you. And we got bundles put together all for you in those particular areas. So ask them, how can I get one of those bundles? Or guess what? Right now, it's Father's Day's coming. And we've got a fantastic Father's Day pack with great savings. And you're going to get, if you're a brand new customer, you're going to get an additional 10% off the price. So it's already priced down 40% off of what you would normally pay for these individually. But guess what? $108 plus tax, whatever city you're in, plus brand new customer, another 10%. I said it's premium quality. Vegan, lab tested, non-GMO, third-party tested, and organically grown. But don't let me leave before telling you about a couple of new products we have, this protein muscle builder. As we get older, we lose muscle, especially if you're not exercising and not doing any strength training. And so this muscle builder contains something called HMB, and that's used for building muscle and preventing age-related muscle loss. So you don't want to fall and can't get up. You don't want to fall and you done broke your hip and you can't never get it healed again because, you know, we don't heal quite as fast as we used to. We got to reduce this muscle breakdown. And through this powder that you can use in your smoothie or maybe sprinkle it on your salad or whatever, it will help to prevent bone loss and metabolism. And then Endocalyx Pro. It's our new kid on the block, and it's changing people's lives because heart disease is the #1 killer, but it doesn't have to be. So if you're having signs right now with blood pressure and diabetes and neuropathy and so many other things, then it leads to that. And so the Endocalyx Pro has been known to change people's lives, to get their blood back where it needs to be so it's flowing, to deal with the capillaries, not just the arteries or the blood vessels. So I'm asking you today, every time we do one of these presentations, there are 3 kinds of people. 1, customer. We love our customers. I told you we have over 30,000 of them. So join with us and say, okay, the person that invited you loves you enough to share this information. Let them see, get them to their website so that you can make a purchase. Get your day started. Start our detox program. But you also might be that person who says, this could work. Can I do this too? That's what people said to me. You can start with just having an online business, like having a Amazon, right? Where people go to your website. You don't have to have a brick and mortar because you've already learned what you could do now about your health. How about sharing it with other people by starting your own online business? We invite you to do that. And then when you do that online business, only takes $29.95 to get your website up, and it's up like that. Then you're going to get one of our packs to go along with it. $399 is one of the ways to get started. It's called our Pearl Lifestyle. Now, if you've already decided from listening to this that you know you need to detox, you know you need to cleanse, and you said, okay, I can do that 21 days. Well, look at this pack. It includes the 21-day cleanse, along with pain cream, broad spectrum gummies, power gummies, many sample packs to give away, a digital party pack. We're going to teach you and educate you because we believe in educating people through our Arcana certification, which, by the way, will take place tomorrow. We do it once a month. You're going to learn about CBD 101 and basic wellness coaching. Listen, all of this for just $399. I mean, it's really over $1,000 in total value, and you're going to get over $400, almost $450 worth of product alone. But then you might be that third person number 3. Now, that's who my husband and I were. When we were sitting in Chicago, when the day this company launched, we decided we're not letting another opportunity pass us by. And matter of fact, I always told my husband, there's coming a day when I'm going to wake up, look at my phone, see how much money I've made, and go back to sleep. See, that's the thing you do when you have time freedom. That's the thing you do when you have residual income coming in. Many of you, you're still working on jobs or you've got a business, but you need that residual income because there's nothing guaranteed these days. And we'll teach you how to get fast start bonuses and luxury trips that you can go on that you don't have to pay for. A willable business where we don't leave bills, but we leave a business and then provide generational wealth. We've got 12 ways to elevate your income. 12 ways. Now, I've talked about a few of them, but I want you to know some of the ways that I really want to highlight is this one. A pool of money set aside. How cool is that? If you work your business and you decide you want to go to this level, it's totally up to you. You can just have your website and that's it. But if you decide that somebody else says they want to do it along with you, because that's what happens. Somebody will say, God bless the child who's got his own, and they want to have their own website. And now thereby you start building a team. And when you get to one of our rankings called Sapphire, there's a pool set aside that you can dip into, meeting the qualifications, and receive a share of that 4%. We share out of that 4% pool. And then when you hit our top rank called Diamond, oh, they get the double dip, 4% and the 2% from the pool, and every single month, as long as they meet those qualifications. And didn't I say about traveling? Anybody like to travel? Well, let me tell you something. You can take trips you don't have to pay for. Matter of fact, we got a retreat that you're still in time for, a 4-day, 3-night trip in Florida based on our annual retail sales, our monthly retail sales. Listen, we're going to start doing this every month. Can I tease you a little bit? Check this out. So see, you've got time to be a part of this. We got several months left for us to qualify for this. We're going to be here to support you in whatever you do. Remember, I said certification is actually tomorrow. We got a brand new put together certification that even if you're here and you're a distributor, I don't care how long you've been here, you want to be on this certification. We always got to refresh ourselves and get us up to speed with what's going on in our business. And if you were paying for this by itself, it would cost you at least over $199. Let me tell you something. But all of this comes with your whatever pack you choose to get. Because we're living in a growing market and it's shifting. Things are changing. They're expecting that the whole wellness industry is destined to be over $8 trillion. That's what the T, guys, by 2032. That's what we're part of. Self-care is the new healthcare. And if you want to be a part of anything that's going to cause you to have that residual income, it's got to be in the network marketing area. You want to be a networker. We do it without even getting paid for it. We tell somebody about a restaurant that we've been to, and the restaurant never sends you a check. You just networked. So don't tell me you're not a networker. Here's Warren Buffett saying he's one of the wealthiest men in the world, and he invests in network marketing companies. He's invested in 3. Robert Kiyosaki, I love his quote. The richest people in the world look for and build networks. Everyone else looks for work. So I'm saying to you today, which one are you going to look for? Say yes to Akana, because we don't have a lot of things that I've been a part of in the past, like huge startup fees. You know, you got to have $1,000 to get into company. Website hosting fees, got to pay something every single month. Auto ships for product you don't even want to use. Balancing of legs, quotas that you've got to meet month after month. Oh, the pressure of all that. And the shipping cost, really over $50 is what ours is. Compensation plan that's only designed for the top 1%. No, if that were the case, I wouldn't be here. I'm an emerald in the company. But we have the customer support, shared revenue, a willable business, and unlimited income potential. You can do what you want to do. It's your thing. You can be your own boss and have more time with your family and your friends with a balanced compensation plan. So if you're looking for a company, one of the keys is to find a company that has at least 18 months old. We're 5 years. 90% of the companies failed during their first year. Guess what, guys? Their first 18 months. Guess what? We thrived in the middle of a pandemic. And according to the Harvard Business School, if a company has less than 500,000 people, it's a great opportunity. If it's less than 100,000, it's an opportunity of a lifetime. Oh my God, you better thank the person who invited you, because they're telling you something that's an opportunity of a lifetime, and you don't want to miss it because you want to get in on this S curve. It's a business curve. They call it the S curve. It's not something that Akana created. You can find this anywhere on the internet. And it says that the first 100,000 to 150,000 people that are involved in any business, up to 80% of the wealth goes to the people who are in at that particular time. You see, this is not ground floor. We're in the basement. We're still in the formulating and the pioneering stages. Momentum has not started yet, but when it does, if you are on board in the right place, that's what it means to be in the right place at the right time, you'll be a part of that 80% of the wealth of the company. So we're inviting you to say yes to Akana, yes to your health improving, and yes to elevating with Akana. Thank you so much for being here today.